2NURFM News for our sponsor, Cartier Jewellery. Always unique, always quality. Toronto Town Square.
It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Jorja Cowan with 2NURFM Hunter News. Fears for Coolmore and Darley thoroughbred stud farms have risen once more following Anglo American's latest attempt for approval on the Drayton South project. State Planning Commissioners knocked back the mining giant's project in 2013 and again in October, ruling it not in the public interest. Bulga Milbradale Progress Association Vice President John Cray says the backdoor strategy isn't a new strategy for the mining industry.
It's a long-term game for them, and when they get a knockback on one area, they have a very effective lobbying mechanism in the Minerals Council and themselves lobby the politicians, which is not available to us in the community generally, and they use every method possible to get these things approved.
The latest strategy at the Deadly Snapper Point has set into motion discussion of fencing the area off and denying the public entry. Life rings have already been installed at the site and there are warning signs in several different languages. However, fears have risen this is not enough. Swansea MP Gary Edwards says different options are being considered.
I sent an email off to the Minister for Emergency Services requesting an urgent meeting incorporating marine rescue, surf life saving, Westpac rescue helicopter and the police to try to come up with some sort of solutions for these tragic incidents.
Beachgoers are being warned to stay out of the water at Caves and Redhead today, with both beaches closed due to hazardous surf conditions. Lifeguards are continuing to monitor the situation. Beaches at Blacksmiths and Catherine Hill Bay are still open. Hunter skateboarders will get the opportunity to meet with local and international talent as part of the Learn to Skate clinic at the Barb Beach Bowl this afternoon. The opportunity is part of the kick-off of the 4th Australian Bowl Riding Championships, allowing people of all ages, genders and skill levels to have a go and improve their skills with the help of the experts. Newcastle Lord Mayor Nuatali Nelms says the championships are placing Newcastle on the international map.
The international contingent that come every year is getting larger, and it's actually now one of the main events on the skateboarding professional circuit that happens in Australia. So it's a very exciting time. It's great. A lot of the Brazilians I met down there this morning said to me, I wish you were mayor in Brazil and you could have built a bowl like this for us.
A former information technology manager for 3 universities, including the University of Newcastle, will face the Independent Commission Against Corruption in a public inquiry in Sydney from February 16. Brett Roberts is being accused of issuing false invoices to the educational institutions during his employment between 2005 and 2013. Following misconduct investigations by Macquarie University and findings that ex-staff have failed to comply with university policies, ICAC were contacted. A payment of almost $30,000 has since been returned to the university. The recent downpour of rain across the Hunter has prompted concerns for vignerons following a halt to harvesting. However, despite some grape rot, the wineries are all back on track and producing some fantastic wines. Vigneron Bruce Tyrrell says it's not all doom and gloom.
We've got to finish our white and that'll take us till about Tuesday, but did our first red test the other day and it's really not ready yet. It's a week away. There's a bit of misty stuff this morning, but the local Bureau of Met is looking like 2 weeks of fine weather. So, we're a bit more relaxed than we were probably 10 days ago.
In finance, the All Ords is up 3.7 at 57.37 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 77.66 US cents. Now is sport, Iona McNabb.
Newcastle Hunters' newest import, Baltimore basketballer Justin Hamilton, will have to work overtime studying the playbook this week before the team begins their league season against Bankstown Bruins at Broadmeadow on February 14th. The 29-year-old guard arrived in Newcastle on Wednesday and will be joined by fellow American swingman Jordan Cowan early next week. The Knights could face some financial trouble after Chairman Brian McGuigan says his board intends to continue funding the Newcastle Rugby League, but admits it may be less than the previous annual grant of $180,000. The new board came to power in November, but until last week had not addressed the issue of the Newcastle League. And Newcastle's local skateboarding talent will be able to ride with the world's best for the next 4 days as the Australian Bull Riding Championships kicks off today at Bar Beach. The event, now in its 4th year, will draw the Hunter into global skateboarding community community, with local amateurs getting to skate and share ideas with the pros. That's sport at my own tab.
2NURFM news time is 1:04.